Here's how to do a sponge bath in those early days. Since the umbilical stump falls off around 1 to 2 weeks and the baby doesn't need to be washed every day, you'll probably only do a handful of these, but it's nice to know how to do a sponge bath. To do a sponge bath with the baby, you want to get everything ready before you start. So you have your towel, diaper and clothes, wipes, ointment for the baby's tush, and a washcloth and your water. To get started, first you want to clean the baby's face, and you don't need to unwrap them to do this. So you start with a point and do one eye from the inside aspect to the out. Your baby will probably shut their eyes. Then you take a different corner for the other eye so you don't cross-contaminate, and you wipe out. Then you can take the rest of the washcloth and wipe their face gently. If there's any skin that's drying or anything that doesn't come off with a little pressure, just leave it. So you've wiped the baby's face clean. Now we'll put the baby down and do the rest of the bath. Unwrap the baby. Hi, baby. You can put some soap on the washcloth and lather up the baby's top half of their body. You don't really need to put too much soap on the hands since they might be putting them in their mouth. Turn them over to wash the back. Then take your clean warm water to rinse out the washcloth and use that to wipe the soap off the baby. They're not really that dirty in the first days of life anyway. Then we'll put a little more soap on and we'll do the baby's bottom half of their body, keeping the diaper on until the last moment so they don't make a bigger mess while you're doing this. And we'll rinse it out, squeeze out the extra water, lather them up, and then rinse it out again and wipe off the soap. Now we'll do the diaper area, which you've been cleaning very often with diaper changes. Again, open slowly, since the cool air might stimulate them. And just wipe this area with the clean, now a little bit soapy water. Put a fresh diaper on the baby. You can use some diaper cream on the baby's tush and put the diaper on. Baby might be crying for a lot of the sponge bath, but if you work quickly, it'll be over soon. Fix the diaper. Good. Now we're going to wrap the baby up again to wash the hair. This swaddle doesn't have to be perfect since we're going to take the baby out in a minute. Scoop the baby up and you can put some soap on and some water to lather up. And then you can rinse it off with the warm water and then take the towel or another washcloth and dry the baby's hair. This is a good time to get behind the ears and maybe in the neck. Good. If you want to use Q-tips to get the outer aspect of the ear, that's fine, but never stick it inside the baby's ear. Then you'll take a hairbrush and you'll brush all the baby hairs the same way, or a faux hawk if you want. Good. And then we're going to put the baby down and get them dressed. You can put the clothes down underneath them so you don't have to keep picking them up and putting them down. And even if you have layers, you can put all the layers on top of each other. Take the blanket out. And then you can get the baby dressed. Your baby will be a little bit more flexible than this baby. These outfits are the easiest probably for baby to wear, these sleep and play outfits. And a lot of them come with zippers now, since snaps and buttons can take a long time. And scoop the baby up and burp them or comfort them. And this will be a great time to feed. A regular tub bath is pretty similar, except you can let the baby sit in the water as you wash them up while using these same general principles. Just like the diaper changes, the experience may be foreign and startling to the baby the first couple of times. They might feel cold or scared, but over time, with love and affection, they'll grow to love these bonding moments as you wash them up. After the baby has been bathed is a great time to feed the baby and put them down for a sleep. They typically nurse really well after a relaxing bath, even if they cried through the whole thing. Maybe especially if they cried through the whole thing. Then they're warm and fed and worn out and typically sleep for a decent stretch. This is why bath time often ends up being in the PM hours, but you can bathe your baby whenever you feel up to it, or perhaps if you need a nap yourself.